Have you ever found yourself dwelling on what someone else thinks about you? Maybe you've replayed their words over and over in your mind, wondering if there's truth in their criticism or if you're somehow falling short. It's a cycle so many of us fall into, and yet it rarely brings anything but anxiety and self-doubt. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most important shifts you can make in your life, learning to value yourself over seeking validation from others. In a world dominated by social media and constant comparisons, it's easy to feel like your worth is tied to how others perceive you. We're bombarded with images, comments, and opinions that can make us question our self-esteem. But here's the truth. What someone else thinks about you doesn't define your value. Only you get to decide that. Let's explore why it's so crucial to break free from this cycle of seeking approval, and how doing so can transform your confidence, your relationships, and ultimately your life. From a young age, many of us are taught to seek approval. Whether it's from parents, teachers, or friends, we learn that being good means meeting someone else's expectations. As we grow older, this conditioning becomes second nature. We look for external validation in our jobs, our relationships, and even in our hobbies. But what happens when that validation doesn't come? Or worse, when someone deliberately tries to undermine us? Imagine this. You're in a relationship where your partner frequently makes you feel small. They might say things like, "You're overreacting," or "No one else would put up with you like I do." These words can sting, and over time, they can erode your self-esteem. You start to believe them. You start to question your worth. This is where the danger lies. When we allow others to dictate how we see ourselves, we hand over the power to shape our identity. But here's the good news. You can take that power back. And it starts with understanding that your value isn't something that can be given or taken away by someone else. So how do you stop relying on external validation? The first step is awareness. Pay attention to the moments when you find yourself seeking approval. Are you posting on social media just to get likes? Are you staying quiet in a conversation because you're afraid of disagreement? These patterns can reveal a lot about where your need for validation is coming from. Next, practice affirming your worth independently. This might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Start your day with affirmations like, "I am enough," or "I am valuable just as I am." Write them down, say them out loud, or even set them as reminders on your phone. Over time, these affirmations can help rewire your mindset. Another crucial aspect is setting boundaries. When someone's words or actions consistently make you feel small, it's time to create distance. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about protecting your peace and prioritizing your well-being. And remember, it's okay to say no. It's okay to put yourself first. Now, let's talk about relationships, especially romantic ones. Relationships can be a mirror. They reflect back to us how we see ourselves. If you're in a healthy relationship, your partner will uplift you and encourage you to grow. But if you're in a toxic one, the opposite can happen. Your partner's insecurities might lead them to project negativity onto you. For example, they might criticize your appearance, belittle your achievements, or make you feel like you're not enough. Over time, these behaviors can chip away at your self-worth. But here's the thing. Someone who truly values you will never make you question your value. They will celebrate your strengths and support you in your weaknesses. If you find yourself in a relationship where you're constantly seeking approval or feeling inadequate, it's worth taking a step back. Ask yourself, am I staying in this relationship because it adds value to my life, or because I'm afraid of being alone? The answer can be incredibly revealing. Building self-worth is an inside job. No one else can do it for you. And while it's not always easy, it's one of the most rewarding journeys you can embark on. Start by identifying your strengths. What are you good at? What makes you unique? Write these things down and revisit them whenever you're feeling low. Another powerful tool is gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your perspective. Gratitude helps you see the abundance in your life and reminds you that you're already whole. Try keeping a gratitude journal and jotting down 3 things you're thankful for each day. It's a small habit that can make a big difference. Here are some practical steps you can take today to stop seeking validation. Limit social media use. Social media can be a breeding ground for comparison. Take regular breaks and remind yourself that what you see online is often a highlight reel, not reality. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend time with those who uplift and inspire you. Their energy can have a profound impact on how you see yourself. Celebrate your wins. Big or small, take time to acknowledge your achievements. You deserve to be proud of how far you've come. Seek professional support if needed. Sometimes the journey to self-worth requires outside help. Therapy or coaching can provide valuable tools and perspectives. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discussed. Understanding that your worth is not tied to someone else's approval is not just a concept, it's a transformation. It's a shift from being externally driven to being internally empowered. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with messages about what we should look like, how we should act, and who we should be. But at the heart of it all is one powerful truth. You are enough just as you are. When you start valuing yourself, something magical happens. You stop measuring your worth by how others see you, and instead, you begin to define your own standards. You set boundaries in relationships, and you learn to say no to things that don't align with your values. This is where true freedom comes in. Freedom from the constant need for validation and the pressure to conform to someone else's expectations. But it doesn't happen overnight. The journey to self-worth is a process, and like any journey, It requires patience, commitment, and self-compassion. There will be times when you slip back into old habits, when the need for approval creeps in, but that's okay. Every time you recognize it and choose to redirect your focus inward, you're making progress. It's all about those small, consistent actions that reinforce your value. Let's talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with people who see you for who you truly are. This is crucial. When you're surrounded by individuals who uplift you and encourage your growth, you'll naturally begin to see your own value more clearly. These are the people who will remind you of your strengths when you forget, who will support you when you feel uncertain. So, take a moment to evaluate the relationships in your life. Are they nourishing you or draining you? Are the people around you reflecting back your worth or making you feel like you need to prove yourself? And as you move forward, remember that self-worth is not something that's given to you. It's something you cultivate from within. It's an ongoing practice, not a destination. This means that every day you have the opportunity to choose how you see yourself. The more you affirm your own value, the more natural it will become to stand tall in your own truth. One powerful tool in this journey is self-reflection. Take time each day to reflect on what you've accomplished, how far you've come, and how much you've grown. You don't need to wait for someone else to acknowledge your achievements. Celebrate them yourself. Whether it's something big or small, every step forward is a victory. When you start to recognize and celebrate your own progress, you begin to build a stronger foundation of self-worth. Another important aspect is forgiveness, especially when it comes to forgiving yourself. We all have moments of doubt, moments where we feel we've fallen short. But those moments do not define us. What defines you is how you rise after those moments, how you learn from them, and how you keep moving forward. Self-forgiveness is essential in this process, as it allows you to release the shame and guilt that may have been holding you back. By forgiving yourself, you free yourself to grow and to love yourself fully. Now, let's look at the long-term impact of valuing yourself. When you make this shift, it's not just about feeling better in the moment. It's about creating a life that's aligned with your true values and desires. You'll find that you attract opportunities that resonate with who you really are. You'll start to feel more confident in your decisions, knowing that they are coming from a place of inner strength. And most importantly, you'll begin to surround yourself with people and experiences that support your growth and authenticity. In the end, valuing yourself over seeking validation isn't about being perfect. It's about being authentic. It's about being real with yourself. It's about standing in your truth and letting go of the need to seek external approval. This doesn't mean you won't have moments of doubt or uncertainty, but those moments will no longer define you. You'll have the tools to navigate them with grace and confidence. So, as you move forward from this video, remember this: you are worthy, you are enough, and you have the power to create the life you want without anyone else's permission. Embrace your journey, trust in your value, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And don't forget to subscribe for more empowering content See you in the next video.